Okay, here we go. Going to take another look at our fire in the water, and let's see. Let me give you a close-up here first. Um, what you're looking at now is certainly not a final version, but it's one that we could actually work with. The main flame emitters are barely 3/4 of an inch under the surface. That and the size of the holes in them and the size of the pilot holes, plus the size, this tiny plenum now, it's a little bitty thing compared to where we kind of thought we were going. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's 3 layers, outer and bottom, and in the middle there's an 021 hole in the center of the center divider, let's call it. And that is the number and the quantity of outlets that it gave us pretty close to a functional thing here. This is the first time I've been going back and forth. You can see where I've added brazing and drilled and changed and drilled. And so now, and let me set down the camera and we'll turn on some gas and give it a little test run here. So what we're doing, bubbling pretty strong now. I had to go down to one hole in each of the 4 gas emitters. That was 02. Looks like it's an 026 hole. If I had any more than that, there just wasn't enough pressure to bubble all 4 of them. So we just sit there and do close to nothing. And the pilots, then I had to change them back and forth depending on the amount of flow I had out of the bubblers. So we're at a place now where I don't know. I think we've got something. The idea now, this piece you see here, that's just to support it temporarily, and the gas line running in, obviously temporary. But it does have a 3/4 fitting at the bottom, 3/4 NPT, that we can adapt to your cauldron as we need to. I think the other, let me think here, gosh, I got so many thoughts and I've forgotten where I wanted to go next. Hell of it is, it was goddamn important too. It just, I don't know, it's amazing. I probably put another 8 hours into getting this thing narrowed down, back and forth. And it seemed, oh, I know what I wanted to say, was that the look of this thing, I can completely mask the whole thing with bamboo. And including in the center of where the pilots are, I'll put little stub ups that will settle down over the top when you slide on the bamboo cluster, and the whole thing will just disappear. Everything but the fire, of course, that'll obviously still come right up and through. Now that we're this far along, I'm also not absolutely certain why we need pilots. This thing is either going to burn or not, and it's not going to be an on a piezo lighter start kind of a thing. So I wonder if we should even talk about going back to just doing the appropriate number of gas outlets, light it off with a torch like I just did, and let it go. Now, if it did blow out, then you would have an interesting problem. I think with the pilots' holes the size they are, they would be more likely to continue. And actually, by the way, I had it outside a little bit ago. I have it in the shop today with the air conditioner on and this going on. Brilliant, no? So tell me what you think. You talked on your note the other day while you were jet lagged that you might want to do something entirely different, or were you referring to something separate? Honestly, I wasn't sure, but I was so close to this that I wanted to take it to this step and see if we don't have something we like. If you like generally what you see, I think the next step would be to put the art on it and see what that's going to look like. See how the flame works with the bamboo working around it. But the key thing is, though, you know what? Let me turn this off and show you what it looks like underneath here. Takes a second to flame down. What I did, okay, let's see if I me get a hold of this. Here we go. There's the little U-shaped flip-ups that you drew up in that one image, and I thought, that's brilliant. Let's do that. And so in between here and here, excuse my camera action, I've got only 3 hands, is that wafer in the middle that limits the amount of fuel going up to the pilots. So that's where we're at. I'll stop talking, give you a chance to think about it. Give me a shout. I'll keep this one private, this video private, since, well, I don't know, I may open it to the public. It doesn't hurt anything. I actually kind of would like to consider this as a potential product. I think there's something here. I'm not sure we're quite refined enough yet for that, but anyway, let's talk. Give me a holler when you got a moment, and we'll take the next steps. How do I turn this damn thing on? Here we go.